This video is going to be about manners and etiquette. Everyone from their preparatory life has grown up with certain etiquette, self-respect, and manners. But not everyone has been taught the right way how to go about this. This video hopefully will shine some light for every young budding ladies how to behave, especially at a dining table and coming out of a car. One, let me take it first for a young lady coming out of a car. She should make sure that her legs are together and she swivel out of the car instead of getting out of the car where there's wind and things that can blow her dress. Moving on to a social dining area, if she's going to dine with a couple or with friends, she should make sure that the attire that she's going to wear is suitable for that occasion. How do you do that? You ask your guest or your host what type of social gathering it's going to be, whether it's going to be a reception, a cocktail, or formal or informal dining. If it's a social dining, the lady should make sure that even before she reaches the table, our host or hostess will guide them where to sit. She should make sure that her phone is on silence or turned off. She must not seat herself until the host gestures for her to sit. When she does sit, she must make sure she's not slouched, she's not in a position, she's in an upright position, and her hands are not on the table. Those are the first initial things that an elegant, sophisticated lady should make sure she does when she is dining out. Secondly, before the meal is served, she should always pay attention to her host and her hostess so that they will give the cue when to eat and when not to eat. You cannot go to the table and then start eating. It's just not done. It's not good manners to do that. So the host gives you the cue to start eating and you're looking at the knife and fork. Usually your knife and fork is wrapped and it's on the table already. Sometimes you have quite a few spoons, sometimes you have quite a few knives and forks, but mainly it's wrapped. So you take your knife and fork out, you place your knife on the right and your fork on the left. You make sure your napkin is placed on your lap and not on your chin or anywhere else. It's just not done for an elegant lady. Then, after that, you may look at the glass. You have wine glasses, you have water glasses. Your guest or your host, maybe they will pour the water for you. If you do not drink, then all you have to do is assiduously remove your wine glass aside so they know that you are not drinking any wine. Now you're ready to start your meal. The sophisticated lady is ready to dine with her host. Now, you never eat quickly. You make sure that you pace your meal, because people who usually eat and eat very quickly, it shows to the host somewhat in a ravenous manner. So you do not do that. The next step is, if you feel that you have to leave the table for whatever reason, maybe you want to go to the toilet or the bathroom, whatever, you don't just get up and go to the bathroom. You ask all the other diners permission. Could you excuse me from the table? You don't have to tell them where you're going. Don't make a song and dance of it. Just be short, brief, and concise. Excuse me from the table. You excuse yourself from the table. You put your napkin on the chair, not on the table, on the chair. And then you excuse yourself, and when you're finished, you could even take your silent phone off if you want to make a call whilst you're in the bathroom. But you never make a call in the restaurant area or in the area where the rest of guests is. It's just not done. It must be done secretively and in such a manner that you do not disturb the rest of your diners. The sophisticated lady has rejoined the table. She has put her napkin back where on her lap in the position that it was. She is given eye contact to all her diners, almost to say, you know, I'm sorry for the excuse, and she started to eat again. I must point out there's two ways of dining. There's the American way of dining where they can switch knives in between meals to cut their meat, and the European way, which they have their forks on the left and their knives on the right. I would also like to point out as well that when a lady is dining, she should never be speaking with food in her mouth. It's inappropriate, it's bad manners, and it looks awful. So, if someone asks you a question around the table, you should make sure that you're not eating any huge chunks. Your chunks or whatever you're eating should be in small amount. That means you can still fastidiously speak while you have something in your mouth, and it doesn't look any way ugly, because that is the sign of a sophisticated lady. A classy, sophisticated lady. She can handle a conversation even when she's eating.